Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mukesh English, and this is your favorite YouTuber Mukesh Soni. Friends, in this video we shall have the discussion of the important questions from the famous TED Talk delivered by the famous Nobel Prize laureate, Nobel Prize winner Kailash Satyarthi, and the title of the TED Talk is here, How to Make Peace, Get Angry. This TED Talk is prescribed for the fourth semester Bcom BBA NEP syllabus Generic English under Bangalore City University BCU. So now let's begin the discussion of the important questions from this TED Talk. And you need to answer those questions in a paragraph because you will have the questions for 5 marks as per the question paper. Very first question you have here, which are those incidents that provoked Kailash Satyarthi to be angry, and when did those incidents occur? Explain. So in 2015, Kailash Satyarthi delivered a TED Talk where he narrated all the things which made him angry at his younger age. So when he was 11 years old, some of his friends were leaving the school. I mean to say they were getting dropouts because their parents could not afford textbooks. That incident made Kailash Satyarthi angry. Incident number one. Later, he shares one more incident which also made him angry at the age of 27 when he heard the plight of a desperate slave father whose daughter was about to be sold to a brothel. Similarly, when he was 50 years old, he was lying on a street in the pool of blood along with his son. That also made him angry. Further, he comments that we should convert our anger for a longer good of society, and this anger should be used to challenge and change the evils of the world. So these are the three important incidents which had provoked Kailash Satyarthi to be angry. Question number two, what made Kailash Satyarthi decide to outcast the entire caste system, and how did he do it? This is a very important question. Note it. When Kailash Satyarthi invited all the leaders to have food prepared by the untouchables, they all replied positively. They all said yes, they will come. All the people, they prepared food, they waited for these leaders, but none of them turned up. One old lady encouraged Kailash Satyarthi that, saying that she encouraged Kailash Satyarthi saying that he had the food cooked by, I'm sorry, the spelling error of cook. He had the food cooked by untouchables, and that day he was won. He won that day. Later, he came back home a little after midnight. He was shocked to see, Kailash Satyarthi was shocked to see that there were many high caste elderly people who were sitting in his courtyard. He saw his mother and his elderly women. They were all crying. They were all requesting to these elders people because they had threatened to outcast the whole family. Kailash Satyarthi's family was threatened to be outcasted. Outcasting the family is the biggest social punishment one can think of those days. Somehow they agreed to punish only Kailash Satyarthi. And what is the punishment? The punishment was purification. That means he had to go 600 miles away from his hometown to the river Ganga to take a holy dip. And after that, he should organize a feast for the priest. About 100 priests wash the feet and drink that water. That was a punishment which Kailash Satyarthi should accept according to those elderly people. But Kailash Satyarthi, he refused to accept that punishment. He was barred from entering into his own kitchen and his own dining room, and his utensils were separated. But the night when he was angry, they wanted to outcast him, but he decided to outcast the entire caste system. So what's the result here? He decided to outcast the entire caste system, and how that was possible? By changing the family surname, family name or surname. He changed his family name or surname. So he decided to drop his name, and then later he gave a new name to himself that is called Satyarthi. That means seeker of truth, and that was the beginning of his transformative anger. This is how Kailash Satyarthi he decided to outcast the entire caste system. That's very important question. Keep in mind. Next question: how did the speaker convert anger into power in various walks of his life? Or why does the speaker urge the listener to become angry? What's the reason behind it? So Kailash Satyarthi comments that after anger, it was idea and action. Anger is a power, anger is energy, and the law of nature is that energy can never be created and can never be vanished, can never be destroyed. He suggests that energy of anger should be employed, should be used for what? To create a better and beautiful world, an equitable world where everybody gets an equal opportunity. So he further comments that anger is within each one of us. All of us have the anger. If we are confined in the narrow shells of egos and the circles of selfishness, then the anger will turn out to be hatred, violence, revenge, destruction. So if we are able to break those circles, then the same anger could turn into a great power. We can break the circles by using our inherent compassion and connect with the world through our compassion to make this world better. That same anger could be transformed into it. At the end of the speech, Kailash Satyarthi urges the audience to become angry, and the angriest among us is the one who can transform his anger into idea and action. That is the person who is the angriest one. Then we have the last question now. No, I'm sorry, not the last, second last question. We have 5 questions in this chapter. Since the age of 27, for the past 15 years, how did the speaker globally try to liberate the child laborers and prove that anger could be transformed into an idea and action? Sorry if it's some noise. It's about 11:50 p.m. रात के 11:50. So his anger at the age of 27 to free that girl who was about to be sold to a brothel, that anger had given him an idea to go for a new strategy of raid and rescue, free those children from slavery. He was so lucky that it was not 1 or 10 or 20, but his colleagues and he were able to physically liberate about 80,000 child slaves and hand them over back to their families and mothers. He knew that they needed global policies. They organized the worldwide marches against child labor, and that has also resulted in a new international convention to protect the children who are in the worst forms. And the concrete result was the number of child laborers globally has gone down by 1/3 in the last 15 years. Kailash Satyarthi further mentions that after anger, it was idea and action. Anger is a power, anger is energy, and the law of nature is that energy can never be created, energy can never be vanished, energy can never be destroyed. He suggests he suggested to employ to use that anger to create a better and a beautiful world. He further comments that anger is in within each of us. What we need to do, we need to break the circles of selfishness by using our inherent compassion and connect with the world through our compassion to make this world better. That same anger could be transformed into it. So at the end of the speech, Kailash Satyarthi, he requests the audience to become angry. And who is the angriest person among us? The person who can transform his anger into idea and action. Last question we have here. What inspired the speaker to become inspiration to others? So, Chris Anderson asked him this question, that what inspired you to become the inspiration for others? Kailash Satyarthi answers a question of Chris Anderson, and he says that when he frees a child, when he makes a child free, the child who has lost all his hope that he will ever come back to his mother, the first smile of freedom, and the mother who has lost all the hope that his son or the daughter will never come back, the child will sit in her lap. They become so emotional, and the first tear of joy rolls down on a cheek. He sees the glimpse of God in it, and this is the biggest inspiration. And he feels himself so lucky that not once, but thousands of times, he realizes the inspiration, the happiness. He has been able to witness his God in the faces of those children, and they are his biggest inspiration. So, friends, this is how I have tried to solve the questions of the Kailash Satyarthi's famous TED Talk, How to Be Angry. And this is for the fourth semester Bcom BBA, Generic English, NEP syllabus, BCU, Bangalore City University. Find the description box, the playlist, check out all the videos of the fourth semester Generic English. Guys, if you are not yet subscribed my channel, please do subscribe. Just click on like button and write in the comment box how do you like this video. Any complaints, any comments, any criticism, please do write. I'm always happy to accept. Share this video to your friends, to your classmates. If you have any questions, any queries, feel free to reach me at mukeshenglish@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Wish you good luck for the examination.